Hey guys, it's Daryl. It's Monday morning. It is 3:25 in the morning. I just got out of the shower. I had several choices on what to make for a video this morning, and I'm probably going to make more than one. I put up a video yesterday. I had totally forgotten to put this out of my head. It was about when I got called into the police station to discuss. A cop jumped over the table and asked me if I murdered somebody. I was questioned for murder. I'm going to tell you quick. This is what this video is going to be about. I took this video down because I started thinking I said too much. I was worried. It's been 15 years, but I don't know where my friend's family is now. I don't know if they might see this video, and I don't want to hurt them anymore. I thought about if I lost my life, and my sister saw a video, and what it would do to her, using empathy once again, putting myself in somebody else's possible position. I wouldn't want anybody to put my sister through that. Okay, some of you guys might have seen the video, maybe not watched it. It said the day I got called in for murder, or the day I was accused of murder. Okay, I went by my friend's house after I had used all my drugs. And I would do this, all drug users do this. They run out of money and drugs and they go look for more people with money and drugs. I found four of my friends up at a house. The homeowner wasn't there. So I tried to go in. They had plenty of drugs. They had been partying all day. So I tried to go in and schmooze. The opportunity came up for me to drive one person there that I didn't know quite. I knew him least well of everybody, and take him to go get some heroin. And I did. Took him down to the city, just 15 minutes away. I got the drugs. I never saw him. I don't know how much he had. I brought him back, and I was hoping that he would give me some heroin. Him and another guy went in the bathroom. They came back out, and it got obvious that they weren't going to give me shit. So I started getting all fussy and pissy and angry, and I walked out into the driveway. As I was walking out, one of the guys that was in the bathroom, one of my good friends, started nodding out hard and fell on the driveway, started losing consciousness. And I asked my other friend, I said, hey, dude, I'm leaving. I've had enough of this shit. I was like, do you got him? You going to take care of this? Are you going to watch him? He's like, yeah, dude, I got this. I get in my car, I back up, I see my friend stumbling around. I wish to God then that I didn't drive away. I wish that I threw him in the car and brought him to the hospital. I didn't know what was going to happen. So I went home. 3-4 days later, I heard that he died. He died right in that driveway. Maybe not even 5 minutes later, probably right as I was driving away. 5 minutes later, he was dead. All the other people, my supposed friends, disappeared. The guy that died, he was the only one that had a car. His car disappeared. All his money disappeared. The body was found by the homeowner about 3 days later. I was the only one that the police could find that, neighbors and stuff knew my car was there. So I went in. The cops wanted to talk to me, of course. So I went in, and this is when, the cops were asking me. And I told them the truth. I was there for a little while. I told them everything because I had nothing to hide. I didn't even have any drugs when I went there. I told them the God's honest truth. These cops, it was one cop I had known for about 15 years. He knows me. I told him flat out everything. But I didn't know. I didn't even know how many bags this guy bought. I didn't know if they did them in the bathroom. I honestly did not know, and I'm thankful for that because it would have, you can't rat, and it would have put me in a spot, and the cops would have sensed that. All right, so I walk out into the hallway, and the cop goes there, I know you're telling the truth, because I guess at that time, they had found the other guys, by the time I had finished my interview. And I was there for about 2 or 3 hours. And he says, Daryl, your story and the other two guys match. There's one story that's not matching. And so they knew what happened. This is what happened. After I drove away, Johnny went unconscious. Oh, damn. He went unconscious. They took all his money, his car, and they took off. And they propped him up on a couch. And that's where he was found 2 days later. Their friend, their good buddy, The people, the other two guys quickly moved out of state, and they're still out of state to this day. I friended one guy he sent me a friend request on Facebook not too long ago, about a year ago, and I friended him. Much to I shouldn't have done that. And about a week or two later, he sends me a text message saying, "Hey, Daryl, you remember this guy that died? His name?" And I freaked out. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Do I remember him?" This guy was like acting like it never happened. Like, "Hey, you remember this guy? You remember that crazy stuff?" When he had pretty much, I ended up getting fingered. They went around and told people, because I had the reputation for heroin, that they put the blame on me. That it must have been my dope. It must have been me that shot him up. It was, this story just didn't even cut it, because it just didn't, the truth comes out, the cops know. And the whole time, nothing matched, everything, nothing matched. But they couldn't prove anything with these guys, and no charges were ever brought. But the point of this video is, these guys were my friends since childhood, and this is what drugs do. One friend dead, the other friend's robbing him and blaming me for his death. That's guys I knew for years. I was still using about 2-3 years later, and I went to a party, and these big guys came up to me. He's, "Hey, Daryl, tell me what happened, man. You tell me. You better tell me what happened." Because these other guys, these my friends, had been going around telling people that it was all my fault, taking the blame off them. And I told them the truth. I said, "Look, this is what happened." And they're like, "No, they wouldn't do that, man. They wouldn't do that." I was like, man, and people can tell when you're telling the truth, man. People know. You get a gut feeling. Maybe they don't want to believe it, but they know the truth. And that's what happened every time. With the police, like I said, I didn't have to rat. I didn't have to say anything. I just told the truth, and they knew it was the truth. And these big guys that came up to me at a party, they knew the truth too. Nothing happened. They walked away, disappointed, scratching their heads. "Geez, you think you really did that? They really did that? Robbed them?" Yeah, they did, man. So this guy's still out there, North Carolina. Hey, if you're watching this video, I remember him. All right, that's the story. Drugs, stay away from drugs, man. They come before everything. They will come between you and your family. They'll come between you and your wife, your kids. They will mean the most to you above everything. Everything, your soul. Trust me, man. Trust me. Stay the fuck away from drugs. All right. Have a good day.